tap on it. This is what I mean by partially closed. All right, you can see this is the partial profit or the splitting mode. Some people call it the splitting mode or partial profit or partial closing. All right, let me explain to you how this works and why it's so unique in Apollo bot. So when these coins are partially closed, because it is partially closed, you have actually made a profit. Okay, you've actually made profit, but this profit, okay, will not be visible in your exchange immediately, because let me show you. Okay, example, let me go over to Binance. Okay, and I tap here, futures. Hold on. Tap here on futures. Then I tap here on my top right corner on this horizontal 3-dot button. All right. Then I tap here on history. And then I tap here on position history. And I'm waiting now. See, if I go back to my ApolloBot logs, you see here that this coin was partially closed. See here, it's partially closed. You can also confirm that when you go, that was Peppercoin, right? You can see here, Peppercoin is partially closed. Have you guys seen this? Very important. Take note of this. Okay. Now, like I said, the partial profits is also called splitting mode, because it's actually splitting the trade into two. A part of the trade has been closed, the other part is running. All right. Because the trade was partially closed, a profit has been generated from the trade. Okay, that's why you see when the market is going back up, let's say you're in a long, you see partial close. You notice that your logs here are showing profits, but your exchange here, like you can see, this coin was partially closed, but it is showing losses. Why is this happening? Because the AI is managing the risk on this coin. Very, very important. Managing the risk on this coin. And guess what? If we look at the floating loss, let's check for the floating loss for Pepe. All right. This, or the floating for Pepe, these are the unrealized P&L. You see the short and the long unrealized P&L. If you add this up, all right, if you add this up, hold on, let me show you something. I want to take out time and explain everything for you to understand. So let's see, and let's check. I'm looking for my calculator. Okay, so minus 1.17 minus 0.35. All right, what do we get? We get, okay, let me use this one.